Alright, so I'm making this video because I've been seeing clips after No Return came out, and people aren't very... well, they're using analog controls when there's motion controls in this game, and it's kind of sad. I used to be in the same boat until someone told me about that, so I'm going to show you how to do that. These are my regular controls. I just use L1 and R1 to shoot because it's easier. It's just easier, and the rest of these are not important. Here, okay, camera sensitivity, you want this low so that when you're aiming you can move, like, you can make adjustments without like screwing up everything. And we have 15 and 16 here. This is pretty optimal. You probably don't want to change that, you just want to get used to it, even if it's like kind of difficult at first. You want your reticle to be on simple because default is just, it's not helpful. The rest of these are personal preference. In display, we want to have motion blur and camera shake off. I have one on for personal preference. Audio is personal preference. Language, whatever language you speak. Alternate controls are, you don't need those. Also pointless. You want to turn off camera shake, motion blur here. Increase field of view and camera distance. And turn on persistent center dot. That's very important. This is pointless. Pointless. And yeah, pointless. So now we're going to pick an encounter, and I will just showcase this a little bit. And I'm going to pick the school encounter because it's probably my favorite. And it's just, well, it's the beginning encounter. It's the first time you fight enemies that are humans. Anyways, this difficulty, just copy this if you want to practice. The enemies is on moderate just so they don't like snipe you from across the room, even though that's what you're gonna do. But yeah, I'm just gonna kill these two guys first, then I'll show how gyro works, or motion control.
Let them go now.
So you can already tell that the movements are a lot more smoother. You can just follow people's heads pretty much.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna aim at the wall.
How many guys did you see? Enough.
And this is me making movements just with motion controls. So I can make really tiny adjustments, like really tiny, like that. And then I can also just do that. The Last of Us 2 uses tilt controls, and so I'm tilting to go left and right instead of, you know, yeah. And this is me with my stick. So the way the stick works when you're using motion controls is, think of it as like you're using a mouse, and instead of moving your mouse back onto the middle of the mouse pad, you're using the analog stick to move your cursor back to the middle of
Let go now.
Easy, easy.
And here you'll notice that I really shake. I don't know if people on mouse do that, but that is just what happens when I don't know. Yeah, but I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, I'm gonna be in the comments.
You recognize any of these guys?
And also, if you're new to The Last of Us 2, let me know in the comments, because I'm always really interested in people who are getting into the game, because it's one of my favorite games, one of my top 10 games. By top 10 I mean it's one of my 10 out of 10 games. 10 out of 10. So,